Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play the classic computer role playing game Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I'm your host, Colors Fade, aka Christopher Holmes. That's how you can find me on YouTube. My intention with this series is to take a single character and play it all the way through Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I have not played these games in years, but they are some of the best computer role-playing games I've ever played. I have the most fond memories of these games. I have also never played the Enhanced Edition, so I've wanted to do that. So at the urging of some folks from the Friendly Gaming Network, shout out to those guys, the best gaming forum group on Facebook, decided to do a series. So here we go. Let's play Baldur's Gate. If you've never ever experienced this game, you don't think you'll ever install it or buy it, you can get this off Steam, get it on a summer sale. It's totally worth it. But if you've never played it, you want to see what it's like, it is an amazing game. The graphics are a little dated, but the game is awesome, and this is the inspiration for so many computer games that came after it. So many role-playing games like Pillars of Eternity and Tyranny and Divinity Original Sin. All those games draw from the first of the Infinity Engine games, Baldur's Gate. So let's start. We'll start with a new game and we'll create a character. This is always a long process in the aforementioned Baldur's Gate games, in the old games, but the Enhanced Edition has made it a little easier. So I have imported some custom photos, and I really like this guy. He looks kind of badass, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go with him as my portrait. I'm gonna choose a human. Now here's my thought process. The favorite character class, the favorite class for me to play in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons has always been a battle mage. But the problem with playing a battle mage in Baldur's Gate is that the game can be kind of harsh on your character. You have so few hit points, and the whole point of playing a fighter mage in Dungeons and Dragons, especially in these early rule books, is you want to be able to quickly cast some really cool defensive spells like Mirror Image that make you almost unhittable by the enemy, and then tear in there with your weapons, usually dual wielding, and just knock the crap out of things. But it's so hard to do at low level. Low level casters in this rule set of Dungeons and Dragons were really just, throw magic missiles and try not to die. So my opinion is the best way to play a fighter mage is to wait for Baldur's Gate 2, and I start out by creating a human fighter, play it all the way through Baldur's Gate 1, and then in Baldur's Gate 2, by the time you get to about level 9, after you've saved every scroll you can find, then you dual class to a wizard and use the scrolls to memorize all your spells and level up. Otherwise, if you want to start out as a fighter mage, you have to use some other class besides human. Humans can dual class. Every other class, all the other races, like elf and half-elf, they can multi-class. So if I wanted to start out as a fighter mage, I would probably start out with an elf. And elves are great. They have resistance to charm and sleep magics. They have infravision. They have a +1 THAC0 with bows, short swords, and long swords. This makes them great. Get all this stuff. +1 dexterity, -1 constitution. Playing a fighter mage elf is really great, and if I were starting a new character in Baldur's Gate 2, that's probably how I would do it. I would just create an elf fighter mage. But since I'm going to take one character all the way through, I'm safer with a human fighter to start, so that's what we're going to do. Class, we'll go fighter. Now, one of the things that Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, that the folks with Beamdog have done that's really kind of neat, is they've taken the rules from Baldur's Gate 2, because the D&D rules changed between the development of the games. They've taken the rules from Baldur's Gate 2 and imported them back into Baldur's Gate 1. So the original rules for Baldur's Gate 2 were the 2.0, I think they were the 2.0 Dungeons and Dragons rules, and they're pretty primitive. But already we get the advanced rules, and I think it was the 2.5 rules is what we ended up with in Baldur's Gate 2. So you can choose a fighter, and they have subclasses. They can do things like dual wield and stuff like that, which is really neat. So I'm going to choose a fighter. I'm not going to choose any of the subclasses. There are a lot of people who, if you're going to play a fighter mage, they want to play a Kensai mage, which is great. I don't particularly like them because you can't wear bracers. Um, but they have some really neat skills. They get +2 to their base armor class. They get +1 to hit and damage rolls every 3 levels. And they may use a Kai ability. They're really, really neat classes to play. But I have always just played a straight fighter when I do this. So that's what I'm going to do. My alignment is going to be neutral good. My abilities are going to be... This is the interesting part of creating your character in Baldur's Gate. In the original version of the game, they didn't have this total roll column down here, so you would have to quickly add all these up and try to figure out if you had a good number. In general, you want something as high in the 80s as you can get. 85 is not bad. You want to try to get to 90 if you can. And what you can do is you can store your roll and then keep re-rolling. If you're going to be a fighter tape, what you want to do is get to 18 and see what your bonus for damage is. And an 1826 is pretty weak. But I could store this and then I could keep re-rolling, and I could use recall to pull back that one safe store that I had. So this process can take a really long time, and if it does, I'm going to splice this video and then you won't have to sit through it. There was an 86 that I just rolled over. That was probably going to be more than adequate. Fighter mages in Baldur's Gate and in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, in fact, require probably the most stats that you can get, because you need super high intelligence, super high strength, and super high dex. Because later on you're not going to be wearing any armor, and you're going to need high dex to give you a high armor class. So that's always the issue with the fighter mage, is can I get a high enough score to get everything that I need. And this is one of those things when you're playing Baldur's Gate back in the day, you'd hear about your friends and they're like, I spent an hour making my character, and 50 of those minutes were spent here clicking rolls. I'm going to store this 88. That's really good. And I'm going to see, oh, and the bonus is 1894. So this is about as good as I can expect to go. So I'm going to dump all of my wisdom and charisma down to 10. I'm going to max intelligence, and then I'm going to max dexterity at 18, and I'm going to have a constitution of 14 for good hit points. So this is, right off the bat, I got a really good roll. This is about as good as a roll as I can get. I don't think I could get to 90, no matter how lucky I feel I am. I'm going to take another 60 seconds here and try to see if I can get a 90 roll. And I bet you even if I rolled a 90, I wouldn't get that big, huge bonus to strength, which is going to make enemies just completely blow up into fragments of flesh when you swing a sword. Yes. Oh, and there was an 88, and I just rolled over it because I was clicking too fast. So there was another 88, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go to recall and I'm going to pull this. This is too good to pass up. So we're done there. We're done rolling. We're going to go get our skills. And what I'll briefly talk about is the fact that I have the knowledge of foresight. I know that down the road in Baldur's Gate 2, the katana is the most powerful weapon in the game. There's a katana that stuns enemies, and it's just absolutely awesome. I'm definitely going to be a 2-weapon fighter. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't know, having never played the expanded version of this, the enhanced version that BMO Dog has created, I don't know if they've put katanas in Baldur's Gate 1, but in the original Baldur's Gate there were no katanas. So I'm going to choose longswords. That's the most common thing. And here you can see your specializations. Proficient, 1 slot, that's 1 dot. The character can use a weapon with no penalties. Specialized, 2 slots. The character receives +1 to hit and +2 to damage for warriors only. An extra half attack per round for the selected weapon. And under 2-weapon style, fighting style, allows the character to use 2 melee weapons at the same time with fewer penalties. A character wielding 2 weapons without a slot in this fighting style would incur a -4 penalty to attack rolls with the main weapon and a -8 with the offhand. But with 1 slot, we're a -2 with the main weapon and a -6 with the offhand. And with 2, we're at base 0 reduction for our main hand and -4 with the offhand. And then because we can eventually get to 3, which is master, and that reduces the further penalty in our offhand. So. And the reason why you really want to do a fighter with 2 weapons in Baldur's Gate, if you're going to be a fighter type, is because there are some really great unique weapons, especially in Baldur's Gate 2. And the more unique weapons you can swing, the better, because they have some really neat effects. So here's my character. Here's his appearance. He kind of has this bluish hue skin. So I'm going to see if I can actually make that work. That looks a little green. That looks a little blue. That looks like him. That's pretty cool. And his hair is kind of blue too. That's a little bright blue though. It's kind of funny though. I kind of like that. There we go. That kind of looks like him. And then for the armor, I think, can I get the slate gray in there? I can't. Doesn't that kind of look like him? That's really cool. Even as primitive as these characters are. Alright, we're done. I gotta choose a voice, and most of these are annoying.
Death to you all!
That's a terrible voice, but the rest of the voices on male one are pretty good.
As it should be. I must rest my eyes a while. Oh, such a waste of time this is.
Yep, we're taking him. Okay, and my characters in Baldur's Gate have always been named Cain, spelled weirdly. I don't know why, it's just always the way I've done it. So here we go, we're going to accept this. Now, I'm going to make one more mention of something here. The Beamdog enhanced version of Baldur's Gate allows you to create a whole party of characters. That is not the way the original Baldur's Gate game allowed you to do. This is something that like Neverwinter Nights 2 allowed you to do when you got to the Storm of Zephyr expansion. You could create a whole party of characters, or Icewind Dale would allow you to create a whole party. But the charm of Baldur's Gate was you only created your one character, and then you had to find companions, and not all of the companions were going to be aligned the same with you or be very nice to play with. And if you, for instance, took an evil character and did too many good acts, they might actually leave your party. So I want to have as much of the original Baldur's Gate experience as I can, so I'm not going to create a party. I'm just going to accept this, and we're going to play the game. Now, the last thing you can do is choose difficulty. And I'm a little torn here because I like the core rules, but I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in forever. And so one of the things is, you can see here, party members cannot permanently die on normal. Hit point rolls are maximized. I don't want to have to re-roll every single time. On core rules, you can level up and you roll for your hit dice, and let's say your hit dice are 1d8. Well, you can roll a 1, and so leveling up from level 3 to 4, you might get 1 extra hit point. Well, that really sucks. So in Baldur's Gate, you would, when you wanted to level up, you would save your game, and then you'd level up, and if you didn't get enough hit points, you'd reload, and you'd save and reload and save and reload. And it really kind of sucked, but that's what we did because we didn't want to go through the game just getting 1 hit point. I don't want to have to subject watchers to that sort of thing, so we're just going to play on normal. The only thing I don't like here is enemies deal 25% less damage, but that's alright. So we're going to venture forth, and the other thing here is spells can be copied into spellbooks without failure. That was the other thing you would do in Baldur's Gate. As you found spells to copy in your spellbook, you would save, try to memorize a spell. If it failed, you'd reload, and you'd keep doing that. So that's why we're going to play on normal. Venture forth.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerun. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
And with that, you are underway. Journal updated. Find Gorion. So this is new. This is the enhanced edition of Baldur's Gate in play right away, and so is this view. We're so far away from our character. The default game is played at about like this, maybe even closer. The original Baldur's Gate. So this is cool that we can scroll out. This being set up for a modern day game is really, for modern day computers, is really nice. I'm gonna save the game first off, and then I'm gonna reorient myself with this game. This is amazing. There's my character up here, 10 hit points. I have my record, which is gonna be, oh, all this stuff. Wow, this is neat. Combat stats. This is something I don't think, a lot of this is stuff that wasn't in the original Baldur's Gate, so this is neat. My inventory, I have a quarterstaff and nothing else, and 100 gold pieces. And wow. And we can see mage spells, which we don't have, priest spells, which we don't have. Your journal. So if we go to prologue, add entry, quests, important events, find Gorion. Okay. The inn is in here, and one of the first things you want to do is go in here and try to buy some stuff. Oh, he's a
A
tutor.
waste of my
Hello,
talents.
child. Shall we continue your lessons?
I have been told to advise you in negotiating with merchants, innkeepers, tavern owners, and the like. Is there anything I can tell you of such things? Oh, that's cool. Well, I have such little recollection of this. I love Winthrop, though.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Okay. Yep. Oh. So he's being funny, and we're going to say, you always were a big kidder, Winthrop. Just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. So, I want to see what he has for sale. He's got various rooms to rent. You go down here and click on it, you can see items. I need, obviously, a sword of some kind. Preferably a short sword. Or, I mean, a long sword. That would be great. I'm going to buy myself a long sword. I could use some armor, the best armor that he has, maybe. And I'm trying to think if I should already go with 2 swords, since I can dual wield right off the bat. Yep. Oh, helmets. Protects against critical hits. That's why you always wanted to buy a helmet. And then studded leather armor. Looks like about the best thing I can get my hands on, so I want to buy that. Oh, and they do have katanas in here, but they're really expensive. That's good. That's probably a good game balance thing to do. So, I'm going to buy a second sword so that I have those. And let's see, I'm down to 25 gold. Alright. So that should be enough. One of the things about Baldur's Gate was it was always a really good idea to have ranged weapon too available for you. But can I buy a ranged weapon? A short bow would cost me too much, so I don't have that. Okay, we're done buying stuff. Let's equip it. And that's my other weapon. Great. And some armor and a helmet. Super. Okay. I think there's someone here with a quest. Yeah, this guy. Fire bead elven hair.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragost was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorian's ward, aren't you? My, you have come into your own. If you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identify scroll with Tetheril in the inner grounds. You should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. So we have a new quest, and this little thing, this journal update up here, is something that wasn't in the original Baldur's Gate, and I really like. And neither was this highlighting. You could hover over characters and they wouldn't highlight like that. And if I remember correctly, a lot of Baldur's Gate was just sneak in and try to steal things from people. Take his gold. Every little bit counts. I'm typically not a thief in these games, but in Baldur's Gate you kind of learned to be. You kind of try to steal from everybody because the resources were so scarce. Let's see. Oh, and I don't have any kind of lock-picking skills, so what is this thing down here? What is this? Talk. Yeah, you would have your skills down here, and I don't have those. Who's this guy? Nobleman.
Don't touch me.
Oh.
I might catch something.
Sorry, wrong room. I'm just over here looking for stuff, and there's another nobleman. And so if they don't have a unique name, they're usually not anybody that you want to deal with. Wow, this enhanced edition is blowing my noodle. So there's a bunch of little tiny quests that you can do inside here, inside Candlekeep, before you adventure out into the world. And you kind of want to do all of them, because experience in this game is so hard to come by.
Hello there.
Fildia. Oh, hello. Hey, have you seen my copy of the Histories of Harua anywhere? So she's looking for a book. Please, if you find it, I really do need it back. Okay. So we'll try to find her book. And all these little green guys, these were two tutors, and I remember playing Baldur's Gate for the first time and being like, oh, this is so cool. You could click on them and they'll tell you things. I'm getting terrible shearing in this game. So that is something that between now and the next video I'm probably going to try and fix. Let's see. Is it... Oh yeah, tab will show you hidden things. That's great. This person, Dreppen, she left one of her books here again. It's in the hay there beside the cow. Wow, she left her book in the hay. And there it is. And I think there's some rats to kill in here. We're gonna find out.
Hello?
Nope, there's just this guy. Oh yeah, Shank. Oh goody. I've gone and found you first. You are the ward of Gorian, no doubt? I do not recognize you. Who are you and what are you doing here? Who I am isn't important, but who you are is very much so.
Crust your face.
Oh wow. There's a health bar up here. That's totally new to the enhanced edition. He's got a little bit of loot here, but he tries to kill you. Oh, it's locked. Nothing in there, really. Some gold. This is such classic D&D at the first levels. Like, you're finding the most primitive equipment, very little gold, but somebody tried to kill you. Parda. Oh. Something in your eyes tells me that something is very wrong. This is different dialogue than I remember the original Baldur's Gate being. So that's interesting. Seems Beamdog has taken some liberties with some of the writing. So now what I want to do is go find Gorian. There's also some more... Candlekeep is a big place, and the game is needed. With the enhanced edition, it'll let you scroll way out here, which is kind of wild. Wow. Alright, who's this guy? Oh, and you can pause the game by hitting the spacebar. So then you can hover over. There's a watcher. There's a tutor. Who are these guys? Oh, chanters. So your job here is to go find Gorion.
Greetings, young one.
Oh, and here's this person, Tetheril. Firebead is saying, hasn't he? Very well. Return his scroll to him.
Hey,
And here we go.
Emmowen.
Emmowen, who you will end up being very good friends with as these games roll along. I'm surprised the old stuffy Gorion let you away from the studies and chores, that old fiddle-faddle. And you say, let's see, I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. You're very condescending towards her no matter what, so. Little one? I'm not much younger than you, though you sure got tall fast. I'm gonna see if she'll go with, and she says, oh, don't be silly, Gorion would never even let you finish the sentence, especially after that letter of his said, did I say that? No, of course I didn't. Nope, never saw no letter. Nope. I'll just get back to work now. You had better go. So Emmowen is going to be a companion that you can take with you, but not quite yet. So there's still a whole bunch of stuff to do around here.
Our rules.
Here we go.
are
Very strict. Gate Warden, soon to be gone, will ye? Gorion asked me to teach you a wit about the finer arts of mass combat before you leave. Can I pique your interest with it? Of course. Good then. 'Tis one thing to maintain control of yourself in the heat of battle. 'Tis quite another to maintain one's authority over a group. I've asked Ob the Illusionist to run through a few simulations for you down in the storage cellars. Just follow me this way and I'll unlock the door. Okay? So you're gonna get to do a little combat primer here. Alright. The Gate Warden asked me to prepare a little going away party for you. A bit of mass combat practice is in order, I believe. Well, I'll make it real simple for you. Canderous, Mordain, Arcanus, Dedir, and Osprey are all going to join your party. You have complete control over them, same as you will with anyone else who might join you in your coming travels. And then he's going to summon a bunch of illusions. Some of your comrades will have magic items such as potions and wands. You have to equip these in the quick slots of the characters who have them. Alright. Every so often I'll ask if you've had enough. So here's my party. I'm going to pause. Oh, I'm going to try to rearrange my party here real quick. Here come the Gibberlings. Alright, what do I have? I have Arcanus.
Some strong dwarven ale.
And if I can look at him, he's got a bow, and he's got an axe, and he's just going to attack stuff. And this is me way back here.
Of course.
I've got a bunch of people here. Who is this guy? What's he doing? He's a cleric. Ooh, so he's going to have some priest spells. I can turn undead, but I don't have any undead. And for spells, he has Bless, which is absolutely awesome. But he won't even need to waste it on this
Yes,
group.
friend?
What is she? She can cast spells. She is a cleric mage. Oh, and she has this thing. Wand of the Heavens, which is absolutely awesome.
Hello.
She is Mordain, an invoker. Oh, so I can give her a wand. She's got some darts. And this, let's see, who do we have down here?
Yes, friend? Hello.
I can't quite select him. That's odd. Oh, there he is, Dead Ear. He's a fighter thief. He's got a potion of speed, and he's got a potion of healing. So this is what we really want to do. Before these people leave our influence, we want to rob them of everything. We just want to take all their stuff. What is this? This is a helmet. It's just a regular helmet. Okay. I'm going to take everything I can off these guys. That's Baldur's Gate for you. Oh, he's got plate armor. Oh, I can't change it during combat, though. I got to try and steal that from him. I'm going to take her Wand of the Heavens. I'm going to take her little Wand of Magic Missiles. And my thief is going to go over here. So, oh, jeez. What is this person doing? Kandris. Did I say that you could cast a spell? No. Alright. Oh, is there a... What is this toggle for? I don't know what that is. That's new. So, what is this? This is sleep? Quick save. Help. Day 0. Is there party AI on? Is that what this is? Yes, party AI on. Turn that off. You want to manage all this yourself.
Make
All
it
the
quick.
time. Every day of the week. Kill the Gibberlings. So he just buffed everybody, and I'm
Yes?
going to say, kill this thing over here. Alright.
A waste of my talent.
Okay, bring on some more monsters. I'm not ready to quit yet. And before the monsters come, I'm going to see if I can get his plate. I can't get his plate armor yet. Darn it. Alright, hold on. I'm going to select everybody. Let's see, how do I select everyone? Party A off. Reveal details. Select all. Right there. Been a while since I played all this. These are Zvarts. So I'm going to take my
Make it quick.
character and attack with him, and take that one and attack with them. Attack him there, and she's going to cast some spells. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Chromatic Orb is just an awesome spell.
Yes, friend.
And she's going to magic missile somebody. I'm going to use a bunch of stuff up here, and at the end of this battle I'm going to try to... Wow, it's really interesting having all these hit point bars here. I bet you can toggle those off because they really do kind of clutter the screen. That's a really interesting. Alright, so she's going to run over here and attack that thing.
Hello.
And she is going to throw darts at that thing. I've got so many people over here. I'm so used to playing Pillars of Eternity the last few months. So to play a game like this where it's not evident who's not doing something, Pillars has that great system where you can tell from the icons if your characters are not attacking anything. Alright. Alright, can I get his armor off of him? No, not yet.
What?
Oh, steal with my... Okay, can I do it now? Yes! Nobody's ever been as happy as I am about that. Yes, I got his armor. Sweet. Okay, and what about him? I'm just going to take all these guys' things because I can sell them. I can sell all their stuff. Alright. Sorry, but I'm going to have to take your mace. Take your helmet. All these things are going to be useful to me. Oh, I'm full up, aren't I? I'm full of stuff. Okay. Alright. Inventory done. I think I've had enough. He's going to teleport me outside, and I'm going to see if I still have all the gear, or if the Beamdog people are like, these guys like to take everybody's... Oh, sure enough, they did. Yeah, they took all their stuff back. Oh, that's funny. Well, good for them. That was a smart way to do it then. Here I was, thought I was cheating the system, and it was like, no.
Make it quick. Of course.
Okay.
I should have joined the army.
The horizon was aglow for a time, and though many a man carried torches in the distance, usually there are only merchants on that path, though never at night. Bandits, perhaps, but so many? Okay. Well, that's cool. We got a little combat sample tutorial. Here we go. This guy's gonna come speak with us. Oh no, he's not. Who is he? It's just another watcher. I know that there is something here. Yeah, a little money. It's worth investigating every one of these buildings for all these little quests and things. Carbos. There. You're Gorian's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. That I am. Do I know you? No, I don't believe you do. I'll not be here long, so it don't matter. That's right, because he's gonna be another one of these would-be assassins,
No
and right
sooner
away
said
we
than done.
completely smacked him around. There is a bucket.
A waste of my talent.
A waste of my talents. Oh, nothing in there.
Something
something on your mind?
Karen, I heard shouting. Are you alright? Gorion is waiting on the steps to the central library and wants you to go to him as soon as you have bought what you need at the inn. I have been your tutor for so many years, and only in this moment have I come to doubt that my teachings have been enough. Go to Gorion. It is safe for you here no longer. But we're not quite done with everything that you can possibly do. Because there's this guy,
A waste
Fuller.
of my talents.
Oh, what a mead-filled night. Believe me, buddy, I know. I had one last night, too. That hull is just too much. Poor Sap had to go man the gate this morning, too. I don't know how he does it. What can I do for you, anyways? Errands? Yes, actually, I need a quarrel of crossbow bolts. If you could get some off Winthrop at the inn, I'll reimburse you. Oh, very well. There'll be a few coins in it for you, too, so you can stop giving me that look. So this is one of the last little quests that you can do, that I remember anyways. We're going to take that potion of antidote. These are nice because you can go in and... Oh, the rest of these are locked. Yep. And I'm not a thief and don't have the skills, so...
No sooner said than done.
I think I just grabbed everything there is out of that barrel. Yep, there's nothing in there. Baldur's Gate not being a modern day RPG, if you want to enter some houses, sometimes you just have to hold the cursor over and hope for the door symbol to show up. It's not always evident what you can go in or out of. But you have to remember, this was the first game that was like this. This was before Icewind Dale, which used the same engine, before Baldur's Gate 2,
A waste of my
and before
talents.
this whole series of games really took off. This was the first one.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Yep. I'm glad to see that age has not hardened your heart towards an old man such as myself. I'll take all your identify scrolls. I have great use for those type of scrolls. Here, allow me to cast a little spell on you that will protect you from any evil you might meet tonight. So a little protection from evil.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
I need a quarrel of bolts. Let's see. Where are those at? Bullets? Bolts. And then we can get out of here.
A waste of my talents.
We can get on the road. When he's yelling about a waste of my talents, I'm thinking, it actually kind of looks like my character's portrait. He's kind of that way. Let's see, I want to... Oh, this right here. Yeah, right there. Doesn't that look like a guy who would say, a waste of my talents? And the other thing I like to do here, let's see. You can check what you're getting for... Is it the P key? Yep. Oh no. What is this? R for record. Okay, that's right. So I can see next level I need this much experience. This is where we're at right now. We have 90 experience. We've got 2,000. That's not much. Alright. Done just about everything I can do in here.
No sooner said than done.
I should have joined the
Here you are, you little money grubber. Put a few gold pieces in your purse. Alright. Party has gained gold.
course.
10. Alright. It's time to go see Gorion and get this show on the road. Oh, do I have... Yes, I still have this book I need to take care of. Let's go do that. There's a few more things around here that we can do before we can leave glorious Candlekeep in all its beauty. Who is this? Revor.
By Moradin's hammer.
Oh, he's the one that wants the rats out of these buildings. Okay, let's go handle that. Reaver storehouse. Kill things. So the original Baldur's Gate, dual wielding was not possible.
No sooner said than done.
But it's kind of neat to be able to see it now. Oh. I wasn't sure what to think about taking Baldur's Gate 2 rules and putting them in Baldur's Gate 1, but I don't think this is a bad idea at all.
Of course.
Oh. Let's get paid. Kill them like the rats they are. Glorious battle unlike any this world has ever seen. I don't remember that dialogue, but okay. Who is this guy? John Delar. Senior brother. Well, your father, Grimes, asked me a strange favor. Seems like he wants you to learn some fighting and asked me to be the teacher, so I hope you brought your staff with you. Oh yeah, so he's the tutor. He's going to teach you about hostile creatures, left clicking. I'm going to spar with him. You did good, kid. I'm sure your father would be proud. Alright, so that's a little bit of that. This is the little priest area. There's a tutor, and there's this guy, the priest of Ogma.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
I always love the voice. This very small amount of voice acting that happens in Baldur's Gate. I always loved it, and it's still to this day is awesome. What you had to offer at this Temple of Wisdom. And so here you can buy things like antidotes, potions of healing, things like that. There's a potion of healing here, but we don't have money to buy any of that, and so it's all grayed out. And you can also get things identified there. You probably saw the little question mark down there. You can get stuff identified. So we'll go find this person who wanted me to grab her book that she so lazily left with the cattle.
Hello there.
My book! Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know. But he says it's a toil of love. Toil of destiny, even. Interesting. Again, I played the original Baldur's Gate a lot, and I don't remember these particular dialogue choices. It does seem like quite a bit of the dialogue has been rewritten by the Beamdog folks. I could be wrong about that, and I'm sure somebody in the YouTube comments will correct me if I'm wrong. But we are ready to get underway. Unlike Pillars of Eternity, there is no fast forward button. What is this thing here? Is this quick slot item? I don't know what that is. Day 0, hour 9. Alright, Gorion, let's do it.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions so we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected but not invulnerable. Alright, all these various answers are nothing I want to choose. You can tell them to wait a little longer because there's things you must do, but I think we've done every quest. Actually, I'm going to look at my journal. Finished. I'm done with everything, so let's go.
You must learn to be patient, child.
Alas, I cannot tell, for I have not truly decided yet. All that is certain is that we will be far safer on the move. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst its teeming throngs of people. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this. I'm ready to go now. And so off you be.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them.
A little protection,
Let's
and
have
we're
it,
on the
child.
way.
The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Run, child. Get out of here.
Gorion is just awesome, but he's not awesome enough. And there goes Gorion, my father. No!
The dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Hey, it's me, Imoen.
And so here comes Imoen, hot on your tail. Sorry I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep, and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. I saw Gorion, and I am so sorry. Kind of figured something bad might happen to you out here. How could you have known? I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. Can't remember exactly what it said, but he might still have. It might be on his body. Anyway, I'm not going to let you wander around out here all alone. Never let a friend down, no sir. Stick with you until you say otherwise. I will. Yes, Yoda. Imoen ends up being an absolutely awesome character.
You're a queer fellow.
She is so much fun. She starts out as a thief. She becomes the perfect character to multi-class into a wizard when you get to Baldur's Gate 2. We are going to stack some stuff and give it to me. And we're going to give her this quick slot stuff. There we go. What does she have? She has a bow and arrow with a quiver, and she probably needs something like some daggers. Those daggers might help her. What can I do with those? Oh yeah, so I can give her daggers, and then she can choose.
What you want?
There we go. Keep her with a bow and arrow for most of the time. She makes a great little thief though, and you always need a thief in these games. Let's see. Help. I don't want help. I want quick save. What button is that? What? That should be a keyboard button, but I don't know which one it is, so I'm going to check real quick. Gameplay. Assign keys. Let's see. Pre-spells, mage spells, miscellaneous. Is there no quick save? Quick load is an L. Quick save is a Q. Okay. Usually it's F5, but we'll live with Q for now. At any rate, this is the beginning of really where the game starts. You are both level 1 characters. You can see Imoen's stats are great for a thief. She's a level 1 thief. She only has 9 experience. She's going to make a level at 1250. She has great dexterity for a thief, really good constitution, and she has a 17 intelligence, which makes her ideal to dual class into a wizard when you get to Baldur's Gate 2. You could dual class her soon. Why can't you dual class her now? Well, you may have to wait till level up. But here's the thing with dual classing a thief: you kind of want to wait for a while, because she ends up being really one of the best thieves in the game, and you kind of want to wait till Baldur's Gate 2 the dual class her, because then she can open locks and look for traps and things like that. She's a great character, though. I really like her. She's a lot of fun, and her story ties into your story really well later on. So for now, what I'm going to do is stop this video here. This will be episode 1, and on episode 2, we'll begin the process of clearing maps. I like to say that Baldur's Gate 1 was really a map clearing game. You would walk around these maps and clear the fog of war, and that's how you would earn your experience and kind of progress some of the stories. For right now, that's what we'll do, though. So thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play. I will see you on the next episode, and we will continue our adventure down Baldur's Gate. Thank you for watching.